Morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today we are going to be going over a Bible quizzing matrix, and for the sake of this matrix, this is a mock matrix. This has 14 teams, and this is the typical matrix you will see in a UPC Bible quizzing tournament. And so typically when you receive your tournament matrix, they typically look like this, given the team names that will be competing in this tournament. Again, this is a 14-team mock. Typically, if you want to know how many teams there are in a matrix, it will show you in the top corner saying 14 teams. It'll tell you the tournament, it'll tell you the location of the tournament, and it'll go over the date of the tournament. And so from there, we will continue on. And so for this again, we're just going to continuing on showing how to read a matrix, what does it mean, and where do you quiz in a tournament. And so for the sake of this tournament, let us say that we are the teal team. Our team name is teal. And so you receive your matrix, you want to find where your team is at. For the sake of this tournament, teal is right here. And so that is your team. I do apologize that it is a little not as close, but I want to be able to show the full matrix paper. And so continuing on. And so to read a quiz matrix, first is knowing the order of each quiz. And so with that, we will go over quickly the order of each quiz and how it will play throughout the day. So starting off, you have game 1, quiz 1, which is right here. It is given with the notation Q1, and again this plays out throughout the rest of the tournament. You have Q1, Q2, Q3, and so I'll just continue calling it quiz. So quiz number 4, quiz number 5, quiz number 6, which is the teal team that we will be today. And then it goes up to quiz 7, quiz 8, quiz 9, quiz 10, quiz 11, quiz 12, quiz 13, which ends the first round bracket. And then we go into round 2 bracket, which quiz number 14 will have the team that lost in quiz number 6 and the team that lost in quiz number 5 going against each other to continue on. And then it goes to quiz number 15, which the team that lost in quiz number 3 versus the team that lost in quiz number 2. Next you have quiz number 16, quiz number 17, quiz 18, quiz 19, quiz 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, quiz 25. Now 24 is if you make it to quiz number 24 in this bracket, you have made it into 4th place. And then from there you compete to go into 3rd place, which is quiz number 25. If again, determining which team makes it out of quiz number 25 goes to quiz 26, which is championship bracket. This is where you're playing for 1st and 2nd place. Again, this is a double elimination tournament. And so you have a quiz 26. If the team that is undefeated is beaten in this round, then it goes into a 2nd round, which again, because this is a double elimination tournament, a 2nd quiz in championship bracket is necessary if the undefeated team is beaten. And then after the winner of the last quiz, which is quiz number 27, you have your 1st place team and winner of the tournament. And so we will continuing on. We're going to go and then we're going to fill out this bracket today. We're going to move through this as quickly as possible. And so starting off, we have quiz number 1, which is between red team and blue team. And so for the sake of continuing of this tournament going, we'll say blue team won. As blue team wins, what happens to red team? Red team now goes down to the place where it shows that the team that lost in quiz number 1. This is where people get confused. So the winner of the 1st quiz moves on in the bracket. The team that loses moves to 2nd bracket and goes in the position of L1, the team that lost in its quiz designation. Now you have quiz 2, which is between team green and team purple. For the sake of this, we'll say green won the quiz. Now again, the team that lost in quiz number 2 is purple, and so you look on your matrix to where that goes, and so quiz So you'll move purple to this designation. From there, you have Team Yellow, Team Brown. We'll say that Team Yellow made it, and Team Brown moves into the position of L3. Going into quiz number 4, you have Team Black versus Team White. We'll say Team Black makes it on. Team White moves into the position of L4. So again, you just want to find where that goes. And then you have Team Gold versus Team Silver. We'll say Gold makes it. And then Team Silver moves into the position of the team that lost in quiz number 5, which is right here. Now you have Team Teal versus Team Orange. And so we'll say that it was a rough game, and we'll say Orange made it. And Team Teal went into this. Now if you notice, you start seeing that teams are filling up the positions of the L's of each quiz. Now you move into the next quiz. Quiz number 7, quiz blue versus green. We'll say green won that quiz. And then blue will move into the position of L7. Then you have Team Yellow versus Team Gray. We'll say yellow made it. Gray then goes into the position of the team that lost in quiz number 8. And then Team Black versus Team Gold. Gold happens to win this game. And so you have quiz number 9. The team that lost in quiz number 9 will go into its position. Then you have Orange versus Navy in quiz number 10. Again, we'll say that Navy didn't make it. So now you see more and more of what your bracket is starting to look like. You have between Team Green and Team Yellow in quiz 11, and so we'll say that Yellow makes it. And so Green will then go into the position of quiz number 11. Then between Gold and Orange, we'll say Gold makes it. And then Orange will go into the position of the team that lost in quiz number 12. Now you have, again, the last quiz of round 1, quiz number 13, Yellow versus Gold. For all intents and purposes, we'll say Gold made it. Why not? And so now Gold will now continuing on to championship bracket because they're automatically in second place. Yellow will go down to this position right here, where they're now in automatic third place. And so now we have our bracket done. Round 1 is over. All the teams are in position now to quiz. And so now we go into the next game, which the first game of the round. Again, we are Team Teal. Team Teal, Team Silver had a rough game, but we happened to win. And so that is Team 14. Now it goes to Team 15, which is between Brown and Purple, which Purple makes it, and Team Brown happens to not make it. Good tournament. Now we go back up to quiz number 16. Is between Teal and Blue. And so for the sake of continuing this on, we'll say Teal wins. And so now if you notice, we're not really placing teams in any more positions because this is the bracket where teams are being eliminated. And so there is no more place for them to go. Once they lose, they are done with this tournament for this tournament. And so continuing on, we have between Team White and Team Gray. We'll say White won. And then continuing on, you have Purple and versus Black. We'll say Purple won. And then you have between Red and Navy. And we'll say Red won. And so now you go, and so basically you had the quiz 16, which was between Teal and Blue. Teal won. Quiz 17, which was between White and Gray, which White would win. We had between quiz number 18, which was between Purple and Black, which Purple won. And quiz 19, which was between Red and Navy, which Red won. Now again, going back up to quiz number 20, Teal versus White. And so Teal happened to win this game. And then you had between Purple and Red. And so Purple will say that Red makes it up. And so now you have your teams that are in now 5th place. Again, quiz continues on. You have Teal, we'll say Teal makes it all the way up, makes a comeback. And this is a normal thing that we have seen in tournaments. Some teams do this, and so we're just this is a hypothetical quiz going forward. Now we have between red and green, and we'll say that green happens to get their position back, and now you have between teal and green. These teams are now in 4th place. And so going from there, we'll say that teal happens to make it. And so now we know that green is now in 4th place. Now we have between teal and yellow. Again, it was a strong game, and we'll say that teal makes it, and yellow is now the 3rd place team. And so the second round bracket is now ended with teal going from the last position to going for the championship round between gold. Now that is the first round of the championship round. We'll say that it was a hard fought game. Again, using the fullness of a bracket, we'll say teal won that first game, and now it's between teal and gold. And again, we will say that this happens, and so we are now here at the last of the championship round, teal versus gold, and at the end of it all, we'll say gold wins. And so now we have our first place, we have our second place, we have our third place, and our 4th place teams. And so from watching one team go from its position going forward, this is how an average tournament matrix will look like. Again, is this indicative of any tournament play that a team that loses in first round in the beginning of round 1 will go all the way from the last spot to the number 2 position? It has happened. This is just an example of a tournament matrix. So I hope this is helpful. If there's needing to be any more additions or any more redoing of this, it will happen as we go forward. But first and foremost, we just want to go over this and to help with a matrix so that we can read this. All right, well, thank you very much, and you have a good day. God bless.